Hello everybody, this is Ethraiel from TurkerHub. In this video we are going to be hiding the instructions and including a button that we can click to unhide them. So a toggle for the instructions. And we are going to try to go a little quick. This has been taking me quite a bit of time to go through this, so I'm going to try to run through it a little quicker than usual. So we're just inspecting the area with the instructions over here. And we're going to find a nice, easy selector and something that contains all of the instructions so that if we hide this, none of the instructions should be visible. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick little selector thing. So Jquery, that thing with an ID of header, go ahead and toggle the display, which is what toggle means. I'll include links for all of the functions you see me use, so keep that in mind if something doesn't make sense to you. And that should be it to hide the instructions. So if you're running through and you find an off hit and you want to script it real quick to hide the instructions, that's really all you have to do is find something that contains the instructions, call it with your selector, and or I guess find the selector for the element and then use toggle. So if you have a hit that comes up a lot or something, or you just want to, for your convenience, be able to see the instructions, um, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to add a little HTML. Um, I'll go over some of this in a second, but just for a button, we would do something like this. Okay, and I can show you. All of this is HTML, by the way. So character for character, if you wrote this out, you would get the exact same things over here. So I probably explained that badly. In the TurkerHub thread, Yuck mentioned about learning HTML and CSS on Code Academy and how much that helped with JavaScript and scripting hits in general. And I agree full-heartedly. Learning just even the basics of HTML, CSS, and how JavaScript interacts with those two things is invaluable. So I'll include links in the TurkerHub page for Code Academy and things. But let's get back to the video. So I clicked inspect on the button, and you can see here something similar to what I had started to do. Button, and then it has a type, which is button. We'll end up adding that. So let's just copy that right there. It has a name, it has an ID, it has an on-click property, which we're not going to get into. It has a style, which if you're not using a CSS class, you would just put the style attributes into the style right there. And you'll notice that between the opening tag and the close tag, it says submit, which is the text the button will display. So we're going to copy or paste that type button, which you'll want to use. So don't just use the button. Use button type equals button. There were a long time ago I read something on some forum that without this that it can click other buttons. So we'll just make sure to put that in. We're going to put something like instructions here, or show, hide, or toggle, or whatever you would like. And we're also going to give our element an ID. So we'll just stick with the name of the variable. It can be anything you want, though. Okay, so we've written a little HTML. Now we need to inject that into the page. So the way we do that is I know 4 ways to do it using Jquery. There's after, there's before, there's prepend, and append. So before and after are, well, let me just show you instead of talking about it. We're going to need an area. So telling Jquery where to insert that HTML. And since we're hiding the header, we can't put it inside the header, so that rules out append and prepend, because they put things inside of the element. So we're going to have to use before or after, and since I want my instruction button on top of the instructions, we're going to put before. So change this to before. And since we already have the selector here for header, what we're going to do is say, hey jQuery, that thing with a header, or with an ID of header, before that, insert the HTML that I have here. So insert my button. Okay, so let's save that, and we should be able to see the, oh, don't mind what you saw there. So we see our instruction button, and we should be able to see the HTML of our instruction button. So here we see div ID equals header style display none, because we've hidden it, and then above that we see the HTML that we have written in our script. Okay, so we have the button up. Now we need to tell it to do something when we click. So we can see that nothing happens when we click our button. And this is going to be similar to the key up event. We won't need to pass any data to it, but we're going to use click. So on these, this is just click the thing with an ID of submit button, but on this we're going to say, so hey jQuery, that thing with an ID of my button, or whatever you chose to as an ID for your element, when it's clicked, do a function. Out right. Give me. I usually mess something up when I do that. Okay, I did it right. That's cool. So when my button is clicked, do a function, and we know we have the function we want to do already, which is to toggle our instructions. And this should be it. So we're going to toggle the instructions right off the bat. We're creating a button HTML right there, a button element, and putting it in a variable. Then we're taking that variable, and before the header, we're inserting that HTML into the document here, and then when the my button is clicked, we toggle the header again. So I think I said that correctly. I could be a little off with some things there. So we'll just check it, and we see that, yep, correctamundo, everything works, and that should be the end of the video. I wanted to get into a little bit with, well, we can check out what after does. With prepend and append, putting HTML inside of an element instead of before or after it. But I think that would take about an equally long video. So we're just going to leave it there for now. And in the next video, we will copy a little bit of what I've seen other R&R scripts do. And when you click on the picture, I would like it to change the radio button, so we don't have to worry about clicking the individual radio buttons. So until next time, thanks for watching, and have a good one.